In just a few years, Pandemic has become a modern classic amongst other board games and a gold standard amongst co-op games. Several expansions later, and after a dice game and even a Cthulhu-themed edition, the series is back with a gorgeous historical edition, Pandemic Iberia. Forget about saving the world, we'll now focus on 19th century Spain and Portugal to research 4 deadly viruses. Those who fell in love with the original Pandemic will continue to enjoy the series' elegant game system, but Pandemic Iberia isn't just a rethemed edition. The game introduces new mechanisms which lead to a fun and novel game experience. Just as in the original game, everyone plays on the same team to treat viruses by removing cubes from the board. The main goal still consists of exchanging cards so that one player can collect 5 cards of the same color and go to a hospital to research the corresponding virus. Repeat the operation for all 4 diseases and you'll win the game. That being said, nothing is ever easy in a Pandemic game, and Pandemic Iberia is no different. On top of the base game's classic challenges, including diseases that continuously infect cities that have already been treated, and the infamous outbreaks and chain reactions that multiply cubes on the board, Pandemic Iberia brings its own new set of problems. Consistent with the 19th century's limited travel options, players can't fly by plane across the board. Instead, they can sail between ports by boat or slowly build train tracks, along which they can then travel in one single move as far as the line goes. Another unique challenge you'll find in Pandemic Iberia is that players will never find the cures for the viruses, which is sad but true to that historical time period, and this means that the diseases will keep coming until the end of the game. To help you in this daunting task, Pandemic Iberia allows players to use an action to purify water in your region. Each water token placed on the board prevents a cube from infecting a city in the entire region. But you'll have to come back and add more water tokens to keep the region safe throughout the game, and this will cost you more actions and possibly detract from the main research. It seems small, but these water tokens and the rail tracks completely change the way players approach the game. In fact, to play Pandemic Iberia is like solving a puzzle we already know, but with a different set of tools which reset the thought process. The new characters and their different powers are also part of the new tools you'll have to master in order to beat the game. For example, there's a new rural doctor who's able to treat an additional disease from a neighboring town, and an agronomist who can add more water to a region than the other players. All of these characters and mechanisms participate to renew and refresh a familiar game system. As always in the series, you can adjust the difficulty level by adding more or fewer of the nasty epidemic cards in the player deck. 2 variants are also included in the box for those who want an even tougher challenge. With the first variant, the cubes become patients and move towards the closest hospital in search of treatment. The second variant allows you to add cards during setup, and those cards bring additional disease-specific complications to the game. For instance, you could add the red typhus card, which makes it twice as hard throughout the game to treat the red cubes. In short, this new Pandemic edition is as pretty as it is interesting. This new version will not only greatly appeal to Pandemic fans, but is also well suited to newcomers. It's a perfect game for players wanting to try a cooperative game, and really, what better game to start with than the new iteration of the co-op gold standard?